2. We going.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 3, Dungeons and Dorks. Woohoo! Are you ready to roleplay tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
If only
I
it would
am.
be that much fun. Do I hear music?
Nope, that was a truck.
It was a truck. It was a very musical truck.
Yeah, it was a musical truck.
Well, last week, our party members bonded a little more over some interesting drinks at the bar, and they met Monty, the barkeep, who was definitely on their side, and they studied the amulet that Ianic had. I'm trying not to use your real names. I'm trying. That Ianic had, and found out that was from the Shrine of Tempest. And there they met Bernard, who Max didn't like so much, but Winston assured him he wasn't that bad. And they accepted the quest to take some swords and bows and arrows to Cromshold. And the only other important part, I suppose, would be that in order to get it there, they had to get a wagon and a horse from Iron Eater, the blacksmith. And Iron Eater was kind enough to lend it to them for free as long as they promised to bring his son back, who is entangled in some kind of nefarious fighting ring in Cromshold. So that's where we are. Are there any other important things? Oh, yes, there are a couple of badgers that are along for the ride right now.
Phobos and Deimos.
Yes, so there are a couple of those around. And I guess that's it. So everyone now, you are in the, what was the tavern?
The Lucky Lady. Lady Luck, right? Or no, we were
What's the
uptown.
one you were at first? It's Silver or something.
Yeah, the Silver Surfer.
Sure, that was totally
TM.
Silver Flood Inn. So the Silver Flood Inn. So y'all are kind of in the we'll say the moderate side of town, Silver Flood Inn, and you have now woken up from a night's sleep. So what would y'all like to do?
Make sure I still have my valuables.
That is
Are
a
the
good
badgers
call.
still asleep?
Oh yeah, I want to check over my my person as well to verify that everything is there.
You need
And
to
also
check
your
person
money?
for badgers.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make sure I haven't been bitten by a badger.
See, I'm trying to use character thing. Kismet, why don't you roll a perception?
Jeez, already.
This is how it's gonna go, man.
I love when I go to my character sheet, the drawing Eric didn't come through, so it just looks like this. I wish Steven, can you put that? You can't, never mind.
Well, I can show the
I
map.
haven't
But that's
slept.
about it.
I haven't slept, so this is gonna be fun. You said perception?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that shit.
Ooh, perception 20. Very nice.
That's
Okay, you
right.
hear?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good roll. 20. Not a natural 20, but it still counts. So you were looking, you noticed on the ground that there's little scratch marks. And the badgers are not in your bag, but you see some scratch marks on the ground, and you follow the scratch marks to under the bed, and they are picking bugs out of the wood and eating them.
Oh, precious!
So, would you like to do anything else?
I'm just gonna. Are we leaving now?
Ideally.
Yeah,
Guys, are we
I'm gathering up my
Yeah.
gear to go up and go see Iron Eater to get that wagon and horse.
I'm not missing anything, am I?
I have to get the badgers back in the bag now.
If you want to take them
Oh, it
with
was
you.
nice knowing you, Kismet.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
Just feed them some alcohol.
so is there anything
Winston!
they have to roll to see if they're missing anything out of their bags?
Wait, the badgers have bags?
I think
No,
that's
no,
that's
they
just
both-
a you thing. Like depending on the how you feel about the area we've slept in, you could assign a percentage chance and just roll 2d10s and see what you get.
I mean, I feel like I'm a pirate, so I would check my bags.
I'm going to say at this point, y'all are, since Winston's known in this town and Ianic's known in this town, that no one was going to rob you.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, all right. So
Can I rob somebody?
Winston!
Yes, Kismet. What can I do for you?
I need you to bless my badgers with the holiest of liquids.
I don't know that I work that way.
Now look here.
Why are you going where you shouldn't? That was not.
I'm sure you converted some of those drinks from last night into holy liquid, Winston.
I just-
You can probably.
Just Just pee on it. It'll be all right.
Please
I can
Are you
assist
gonna
you.
be our badgers? Hold on.
I have
do not piss on my badgers.
I have plate gauntlets with me, and I can help you get them into the bag if you'd like to do that.
Let's see how that goes for whatever.
So this is where I guess she would roll animal handling with an advantage because I'm assisting. Is that what we would do?
Well, 2 people can roll it, right? So you could both roll it. Say if
Well,
that's
you can either both roll it, and you individually get to see results, or one of you can help the other.
I want to help her. I feel like it's more advantageous for me to help her, so she rolls with advantage.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Okay, it's gonna be awesome because I said so. So you handled them animals. What I get?
18.
18. I don't even need your help.
Nice roll. Well, you do need his help. So
Never mind. I need your help. Assist me,
Brah.
brah.
Did it ask you if you wanted to roll that with or without advantage?
No, maybe.
Okay.
It did.
It should have, and then you
No,
pick
just
normal or advantage.
Hold
it's
on.
okay if you picked advantage. You were supposed to. So it's okay.
Oh, I didn't. So I did not roll with advantage.
Well, either way, I mean, if you got it, we don't have to worry about it.
What's the plus advantage?
If
you get a
roll,
second roll.
You get a second roll.
twice, and
Yeah.
you can pick the highest one.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you rolled awesome, so don't stress about it. So we'll know how to do that next time. So if you're rolling with advantage, it'll ask you, and then just click advantage.
It was a 20, and then an 18 plus a 19 and 11, and there's a 4 in there for any of the audio listeners that can number.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
the one with advantage, there's a 19 and an 11. So in this case, we would choose the 19.
Yeah.
So, all right. So excellent. Well done. So Winston, are you going to pick up the badgers, or are you giving Kismet your gloves?
I am going to assist her probably by both of us wear one glove each and put the badgers in there like a weird hive mind.
You're like falconers.
Yeah, like I want her. We're like a Jaeger from Pacific Rim. Like we are of one mind, and we are putting.
Which
the
one of you is the lefty?
That would be her. Let's let her be the lefty. I'm putting my foot in her boots, and we're gonna try to work together like a person that's made of 2 people.
Is that what they call it now?
It doesn't matter how we do it now. We know we win, so let's just do it as weirdly
it's
as
like
we
when
can.
you're raking
All right, so-
leaves.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, you're the rake, and I'm the hand, and we pull the badgers in the bag.
So you open up the bag, and so both of you are holding open the bag with your ungloved hand. With the other gloved hand, you kind of go towards the badgers, and they look at you and they growl a little.
No,
And they
it's
look
okay.
at each other and
It's
they growl,
okay.
and you just kind of scoop them gently towards the bag.
Can we
And you
boop
see
their
them-
snoots? I want to boop their snoot.
Probably not
no,
a wise idea.
bad badger.
All right, so just scoot them kind of into the bag, and they sniff the bag. And they look at each other and they get excited and they go in the bag and they lick the leather and then they just fall asleep.
Oh, there was
I did
booze in
down
there.
that.
You dumped a
Yeah.
lot of wine.
I
in there
did douse
last night.
that sucker
Yeah,
with
so-
wine.
All right, so they are now safely in the bag.
They
Okay.
also
Yes.
have a Molotov if things go bad, apparently.
Oh, so you're rolling well, so good job.
I need to get some bugs for these bugs because they apparently like
Are hungry?
bugs.
Like to eat bugs. Okay.
Can we get some breakfast? Because I'm really hungry.
You're like 3 foot nothing. Simmer down, short stuff.
Look here, Kismet. Just because.
What you gotta look up a little higher.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm picking on
I'm
you.
so glad it's not me this season.
better watch out. Those badgers will end up gone in no time.
You touch my badgers, you end up a foot shorter. Also, I really like you. Yeah, he's playing a halfling. Okay, let's go.
I'm ready to
Shorty
go
some
now
breakfast.
before these people start to fight each
The
other.
fighting. Those
All right,
kids,
has everyone gathered their stuff and you're gonna head downstairs, grab some breakfast?
Yeah.
Bag
yeah,
of
what, are
badgers,
we-
That's
baby.
fair.
what are they serving this morning?
I
Badger
smell
stew.
bacon.
Badger stew. That would be very expensive. Zafo, do you want to be the bartender down here too?
Maybe.
Yes. Zafo, the bartender. I need some bacon and eggs.
Well, we've got gruel.
I need
Ooh,
some
hit me
steak.
up with some gruel, baby.
All
Is
right,
that like
cool.
oatmeal?
Big
It's
thing
food.
It's whatever meal we had left.
Being on a
one
ship,
thing-
You're like the Asian restaurant that's left all their food under a heat lamp overnight and pretending it's lunch.
I have
Golden
no
Corral?
idea what you're talking about. Do you want breakfast or not?
No, they take
Yeah.
the food off the buffet and turn it into tomorrow's soup.
At least it's not
Yeah.
wasteful.
will
Winston,
throw
we've
up.
seen you much worse off than you are right now.
You're right, but I'm feeling pretty good. I thought I would be able to taste something, but the gruel will do.
I'd recommend not tasting it. Here. And then she just
I grabbed some gruel.
Knock
Shovel
it down with
in.
a pint.
What about you, horned one?
Yeah, I'll take some gruel, but I'm also outside of that going to cast resistance on myself because I'm not sure I trust this food very well.
Hey, I haven't fed you any babies yet. Okay, so
Right?
Yes.
That's
Bar's
my
been
gimmick.
set.
I claim that gimmick. No
You
one
have
can
a
have
copyright.
my trope.
Hit me up with some gruel.
already fed you. I give you yours first. You want
Oh,
more already? Quite an appetite.
sure.
All right. So 2 left. Halfling, want it?
I'll eat his. He doesn't need much.
Cool.
I'm good with one bowl.
There you go. All right, and then Ionic.
No.
Every time you say ionic, my brain goes pentameter.
Yeah, me too. That's the only reason I can say it properly.
And
Just
if
an
you,
N instead of
you
an M.
had some grueling experiences in your past, it sounds like.
Lol.
If you weren't the, healer,
the
you'd have a
barmaid
Eldritch
says-
blast going through you.
Settle your tab. It's 1 silver apiece. Let's go.
I put it on the counter
Yeah.
there for him. Slap me 1
Likewise.
silver on the bar. And an extra for his trouble.
Oh wow, you're generous. I'll put
He's
1
like
silver
mayor.
up there. That's it.
I took it off my character sheet.
Good job.
Oh, I need to do that.
All of these other people be spending all the money and not worrying over how much money they have in their listings. But
Technically, I
old
have
Winston
to
the
say that's
Paladin, he's an honest man.
An honest drunk.
Never mind that.
All right, your Iron Eater's horse and wagon, they're right outside, already hitched up for you. He said something about y'all are going to be in a hurry this morning, so we took care of it for him. We owe him a favor. So it's all outside waiting for you when y'all are ready.
Sweet.
Let's go.
I mean, he didn't say sweet, I did, but this is great.
Is D&D 1 to 100 or 1 to 10 for silver to gold?
It's 100.
10.
Oh, it's
Well, he
10?
was telling me 10 because we were trying to do 50 plat, and Kevin said, or 5 plat. Yeah, 50 plat, and he said that was only 500 gold.
10 is
Sounds like we just did math.
Math
We
is a
moved to
thing.
decimal. I don't think that counts as math.
you got to roll dice and add numbers to them, man. This whole game is math.
So I'm so
Stop
good
doing
at
it for
it.
the people listening.
Well, it's easier to pretend it's not math if you're playing a game.
Is it really math though if Roll20's doing it for you?
Yes.
No. No.
Calculators do it for you. It's still math.
She said,
Calculators do it for
She
me.
said
New
no.
t-shirt.
Too late.
That's got to already be a shirt. I've got to go see now. That's got.
Calculators do it for me. And it could be a picture of a calculator with boobies, like an upside down calculator with boobies written on it. I'm on to it now. Welcome to Dungeons and Dorks, party people. I had a
That's really
strand of
good
hands.
Is that our next Dragon Con shirt?
yes. Bubes.
I'm writing it down. It's not going
I
away.
don't see anything that's calculators do it for me. Steven, tweet that shit stuff.
Oh, it's gonna be a t-shirt first. They're gonna have to pay for
Yeah,
my
you-
creativity. If you're good at something, never do it for free.
That's what Jacob pays me for. Wait.
Where was that sentence going? I got to hear this.
To clean the house?
Oh, look.
Life
Okay,
is so
cool.
fired.
We got back our map here.
Yeah, I moved it back to the thing because you are leaving the inn.
Yes.
And I think I want that button.
Where are we going again? Ashley forgets. Kismet forgets.
North, south. I think it's gonna. Yep. Oops. Who's moving it? Is that Zepho?
We're going to Lizard
I
Town to
haven't
meet
moved.
the lizards.
Oh yeah, the lizard people to see if they have cloacas.
Oh yeah, that's right. This map is not facing north. That's so confusing. All right.
We will
North
do
is
some
shit
anatomy
north.
studies.
Did you know?
Which direction is it facing then?
It's
North is
facing-
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
East is
North,
up.
North is up.
East is up.
No.
Oh,
no,
son
not
of a
on- no,
gun.
no, map I'm looking at there, not this one.
Wrong
I was like, wait,
compass.
that's not right.
North
I
is
forgot.
leftward.
I
Yeah.
wish they hadn't have done that. It's very confusing.
All right. Leftward we go.
North will eventually be south.
Yes, you're going to be going south. So you're going to go right out of this map, except there's no gate there. So you're going to have to go out the main road, and
Southwest.
then you got it, and then head south so you can hit southwest.
Can't we just like climb a wall or some shiz?
It's going to be kind of hard to get the wagon and horse over it, but we can roll for it.
I mean, we can use
Let's
the
just
halfling
pick
as
it
a stepping block.
I can lift it.
You can certainly try.
Winston develops a back problem.
And
Yeah,
Lady of
Winston
Joy,
is-
what people have you wound me up with this time? I'm going to start leading the horse towards the gate.
Winston
I think I'm
experiences
gonna-
rectal
Oh, the horny
prolapse.
Your healer is the sensible one, just for the record. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
so
Oh,
no
I'm
one
walking
ever.
with the healer.
I'll follow him.
All right. So I'm
Wait,
gonna go
can
back
I?
out.
I want to ride something. Is there something for me to ride? She said.
Different game.
Yeah, it's a whole... You need the Book of Dark Fantasy for that one.
The dragon porn.
Oh, that's right.
Wrong
I was
campaign.
going to say later on, but we're just going to keep moving off that one.
All right. So remember, you're leaving Daggerford right now, heading south, and you're heading towards Cromshold. So Cromshold right there on the border with the Lizard Marsh right there.
Lizard
You're heading to this
marsh.
square right here.
This is like 10 minutes away, isn't it?
Well, it's about a half a day's walk, so it's up to y'all what you want to do on the walk.
Oh, we're walking? I thought we had a wagon.
You do. I mean, you could ride the wagon with the one horse if you want, but
It's
a
full of
half a
pointy
day's-
things.
It's going to take you half a day to get there.
I
So
would
that's in the
like,
morning, so you'll get there right around lunchtime.
as we're walking, I would like to keep an eye on any tree lines or tall grass, just to be wary of ambushes
Badgers.
or any
Okay.
other type of bushes for that matter.
Do you? Oh,
Ambushes,
another
berry
thing-
bushes.
Sorry, another thing I forgot is Zepho. He needs to know what order you leave in.
I'd like to
So-
walk up front with the horse.
Yeah.
We're out in
Sounds like
front
I'm
of the
first since everyone else was goofing. And
And you led the horse out, right? So Arias is up there first. So Winston, did you join him?
Yeah, I'm up there with him.
Okay.
I'll take third.
Are you third, like by the horses? Are you in the wagon? You behind the wagon?
I'm next to the wagon.
Okay. Max,
I'm sitting on top of the horse.
on top of the horse,
He's a halfling. He's good.
I'm a halfling. I weigh like 10 pounds. So
and then Kismet, where are you?
I crawled in the back of the wagon.
You crawled- Are you
For
in the
a
sleeping
nap.
wagon?
I mean, the
Where are the
horse
badgers?
is doing it. I might as well take advantage of it.
how robust is this horse, by the way?
It's like an
What the
old.
hell? I don't weigh that much. I'm human. Well,
It
It's,
like
But
it's
a
a halflinger.
McDonald's
It's,
human.
it's
Okay.
a halflinger that baby can haul, so we're good.
All right.
But mind you, the poor halfling on the top is really stretching his legs to get across.
Yeah.
These babies are not little. You might have to half seat it.
You might
just-
need to shift your nuts gently to the right.
He's riding side saddle,
Or
so his
set them
dress
on top of
doesn't
your
bunch up.
Because it's really going to be pretty stretched.
You gonna
Actually-
get some epididymitis.
what I'm doing is his neck is here, right? And I'm laying with my head on his neck and just with my feet down his back.
like on your back.
Mm-hmm.
Like a hammock, like a big.
You know, I tried that once.
roll, Max, roll dexterity.
Yeah.
That
You're a rogue. You got this.
that,
That one.
that might be more of an acrobatics or athletics roll check.
That is a 20. Whatever that was, he's on there.
Well, it's the best I had. So the
Nice.
the horse shakes her head, and Max is just barely able to stay on. He doesn't
then
fall
I
off. He
pet her
stays on
side.
nicely. He doesn't even have to uncross his arms. He stays on.
And
So-
I pet her side and I say, "Atta girl."
All right. So she settles down. She's perfectly happy. So down the road you go.
Clip, clap,
Alright,
clip,
So
clap.
we're gonna say it's been 3 hours. Nothing's happened.
Hold on.
Winston,
I'm
you roll.
asleep.
Wait. Give me a second.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Hey, Winston,
Yeah.
do you see anything up front?
I don't know. Do I see anything up front there? Storyteller.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Well, at this point it's Zaphos. Let's see what he's doing here.
Yeah, I'll see if I see something. I could
There's
always
nothing coming up from
roll
roll.
perception just for fun. I'm
Alright,
keeping
whatever.
my eyes
I'm gonna get
peeled.
rid of that.
I see nothing from the rear because I am facing backward.
Y'all can drop yourself in order around here now.
Oh.
I gotta find my token.
Oh, I gotta find my token as well.
¿Dónde está my
You can
face?
drag it off your character sheet.
Yeah, just drag your character sheet over there and it should drop your token on the thing.
Bloop.
Ah.
Yes, my token is on the board. I'll throw the map up here for those curious.
Drag your character sheet. Oh god, it's the screwed up picture. It's like the weird skull face with a bow.
Who's this lady friend right here?
Eh.
Alright, so you're
I'm
using
laying on the
wagon.
horse, whatever that looks like.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. That's you. You're the half. Okay, gotcha.
Eh.
All right, who's maintaining? Who's driving this this caravan?
I think that was
Well, Arius
Arius.
was leading. Is Arius still leading?
Yeah. I don't think I'd be like sitting there driving, but like maybe with a hand on the halter and just kind of directing more than.
Okay. Cool.
We got a halfling laying on the horse, so he can.
I'm
I'm
rubbing
jumping
Kick it every
back.
once in a while.
as the horse trots.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, I don't know if you're gonna get much trotting with a cart behind a horse.
Yeah.
Well, not with them walking. You don't want them trotting.
Trudging.
They're tired very quickly.
It's only full
Good
of, you know,
girl.
hundreds of pounds of weapons and.
Weapons, yeah. Exactly.
Hey, boy.
Details.
Boy.
You're a good boy.
So, Zabo, did you have something you were doing?
Nope, that's
What
it.
is this? Okay, so Winston, if you will roll perception.
Perception
Yeah.
coming at you.
Hey, Winnie, you remember the last time we were following a cart through an area like this?
It didn't go well, did it?
No,
right.
no, I don't think it did.
So Winston rolled an 18, and he looks up ahead, and there is some tree cover, and you can see the land starting to go kind of the dry grassland into the more swampy bit. You're lucky it hasn't rained in a while, otherwise the road would probably be pretty messy. So you're still doing good, but you don't see anything that causes you any danger.
Looks
that
like
causes
it's
you to worry.
looks like it's clear up ahead so far there.
Can I
Max.
look to the side and see anything from the side or the rear?
You can try. You're kind of, if you're leaning on the horse though, you're kind of, so you can check the treetops.
Nah. I think we're okay from the treetops.
Okay. Now it's been a few hours, so Kismet, will you roll perception?
I'm asleep.
Okay. In that case,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Ianic
What are you
roll perception because he's right beside you.
It's been 3 hours. I'm on the back of a cart. I'm asleep.
Yeah, I'd be sleeping too. I don't blame you. 16. Okay, Ianic, you notice you hear some scurrying going on on the
Oh.
wagon, and there shouldn't be anything up on the wagon
Those freaking
except Kismet
badgers.
who's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the badgers.
I call that out and then check to make sure that Todd is still inside of my cloak.
Okay,
Todd.
good call. So you look in, roll animal handling.
Who's Todd?
Don't worry about it.
What's Todd?
What is Todd?
You-
How is Todd?
I'll do you
You
one
have a
better.
10? Okay,
Why?
so Todd
Who's Todd?
scurries up out of your cloak and looks at you and sniffs behind your ear and scurries back in and hides. You can't really see him, but he's not the one that was making the noise.
Okay. I start to like look around the box, maybe shift it a little bit, see if I can see what's making the noise.
Okay, so as you shift things around, you see the bag is sitting beside Kismet, that it's starting to move a little more raucously than it should be. I just
Nice.
made that word up.
Nice verbiage.
I wake up Kismet.
Ugh.
Your walking food is moving. Deal with it.
Did you say my walking food? What food?
The badgers.
You eat badgers?
If they continue to cause problems, gladly.
That's how you deal with things? You eat it?
I'm a great old one warlock. What do you expect of us?
Not to eat a badger!
Sounds
You have
reasonable.
Not seen much of us then.
Does anybody
Badger's
have a
pretty
bug?
tasty, and-
Are there
Back to
bugs?
sleep.
Do I see bugs? Is there something I can feed these things?
You got fingers, don't you?
Boo.
Human fingers grow back, right?
Little blood sacrifice never hurt anyone.
All right, so they're starting to move around a bit. You are kind of in a swampy area if you want to go for something then to feed, but they're starting to nibble a bit on the seams of your bag.
Okay, so I'm gonna peep open the bag and ask them if they want to go hunt for bugs.
Okay, so that's animal handling again? Yes? Yes? Savo?
I think it's
Probably.
insanity.
Sure.
All right, let's do animal handling.
Would you like to speak to your rodent things?
Give him some of Winston's blood. That's mostly alcohol by now, right?
14.
All right. So with your 14, the badgers flip up the lid of the bag, and they
Mhm.
both do like sit on the edge, and they look up at you, and they kind of you swear they're scowling at you. They haven't tried to dip your fingers, but you swear that looks like a scowl.
Okay, so I like put them back and jump off the back of the cart and start catching bugs for their little a-holdishnesses.
Okay. They jump off and they're following right at your heels.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's go get some dragonflies. Distractedly, as everyone
All right.
walks away.
So are y'all stopping for this, or
Oh, no.
Too
continuing
fast,
on?
they'll keep up.
Nope.
We do not stop for badgers. I will continue to lay on the horse.
I'll tell you right now, the badgers are still keeping up for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say badgers can keep up with like a slow
For now. But they are
climb.
babies. They're gonna get tired quick.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll shove some dragonflies in their face and then they can hop back on.
Works for me. All right. So let's say you spend the next hour
So-
behind and catching up, getting behind and
Hold on.
catching up. But the
Okay.
badgers have been
Yeah.
having a great time. Hold on, Zayfa, you're next. But the badgers are having a great time, and they're kind of really liking you feeding them those bugs.
Yay!
Never
All
mind.
right. So at the end, they climb up on you and they sit on your shoulder.
Badger love!
Zayfo, go.
Nothing.
Really? Nothing?
He was gonna
Yes.
take away my badger love. I saw
He
it in his
probably
eyes.
was.
No, I was going to have you roll investigation to find some and catch.
Well, we don't want to all be on the road for an actual half a day. So we're going to say right ahead, you see, you start to see crumbs hold. So it's been your half a day, okay? Your stomachs are starting to growl. You're starting to get a little hungry. The sun is right up over your head and it is hot. And you notice you definitely have moved from this drier land into this swamp because it's almost like you're walking through the wetness of the swamp. It is so wet everywhere.
Is it moist?
It's that word. So it's just gross. So as you're walking through, it's just drip. You're starting to drip and get really sweaty and a little hungry. And right up ahead, you see a huge. The best way to describe it looks like a fort. So there are large. Looks like they were like just trees, like pine trees that are cut sharp at the top, and they're just stuck in the ground. So the sharp part is up, and this is around the entire thing except the front, where there's a big gate that just swings open and closed. And right in front, there are 2 guards.
Are they people guards or are they lizard guards?
They are human guards.
Can I ask them if they have a cloaca?
The humans?
Yeah. They might be lizard from the pants down.
Can that be a shirt too?
I will write it down.
So the question is, let's see. So we have the order that you are in. The guards, at this point, so it's been a couple more hours, have everybody switched positions. Quit giggling. No? All right. So Kismet, where are you now? Are you still walking beside the wagon with the bag? Or
No,
did
I
they go
hop
to
back in
sleep?
the carts or the cart so they could curl up in their alcohol-laden bag
In
of
their bag and
napping.
go back to sleep. Okay, perfect. All right, so as you approach, the guards are saying, hey, you,
Howdy, folks.
horn guy, what are you doing out here?
That's Harry ass. He's our friend.
We're making a delivery of weapons to the town for Bergon back in... I've lost the name of previous town, but previous town.
Daggerford, but yes. Good.
Daggerford.
Well, you're from Daggerford. From Daggerford.
Not from, but the shipment is. And we have the shipment, and that's the important thing. Because weapons for the town, y'all need, I think...
He looks at his fellow guard. Eli, go get the captain of the guard. Go. So one of them runs inside. Just stay right there. Don't move. He looks really nervous, and he hasn't really looked at anyone but Arius right.
Did we have a specific person to deliver the weapons to, or was it just like town council kind of
Give
thing?
it to the captain of the guards. I don't think they're going to give you. I don't think
Winston,
I have him yet.
I think you need to take over for our horned friend.
Yeah, so
This is fine. There's no problem
I
here.
wasn't worried just yet. I was letting it work itself out for a minute. Now, if somebody starts swinging, I'm in.
Nobody's gonna start swinging. I'm here in my priestly vestments. Everything's fine. We're all good here.
Did you just move that tail? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Like this?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do Eli, hurry up.
I'm sorry. Is there a problem here?
There might be. Hold on.
Wait,
All right.
excuse
So,
me, sir.
Eli
Are
comes
you?
back to- Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if you and Eli were lizard from the pants down, because I was told we were after lizard people. So
You
is that
need to stay there too. Don't move.
She was dropped on her head as a small child. It
Wait, because I
affected-
feel
This
like
is an adult.
that's like speciesist. If you have a tail and he also has a tail, but you think your lizard tail is better than his like hairy tail.
Tails?
fleshy tail. Sorry, I mean,
Tails are not natural. All right. Okay,
I was
so
born
here
with this. This is perfectly
Here
natural.
comes the Eli comes back, the little other guard that ran in there, and he comes along with a armored man who is as tall as Winston. He's wearing a helm. He's wearing chainmail. He has a nice shiny sword on his right side, and he has the big sign from Daggerford for the city is on his what's it called? The halberd? What's the thing that goes over the armor now? Over the armor.
Like a tabard?
Yes.
Yes, tabard.
So he has that over the top, and he's standing very much in charge. Oh, I was doing very important things. What is this? I must see at the door. Oh.
Eli, does this
Hi.
dude have a tail?
Now, hold on. So the guard who was really freaked out, okay, that guard, he's like, oh, sir, captain, these people want to come in. All right, Zafa, it's all you.
Drop that in your lap.
I lean over.
For the record, we did lots of prep.
That's what she
I
said.
lean over and whisper in Winston's ear because I'm about his height.
Yeah, he's about level with me.
I'm about level. How drunk are you?
Not drunk enough, but I can handle this.
Okay.
Guys, they called me people. This is way better than I usually get. We're gonna be fine.
I'm still willing to let this play out a little bit. I think I can handle it.
Okay,
What
am I
the-
shooting people or not?
I'm
Are-
eyeballing
we
these
have-
guards here.
Guys, we have weapons for the town. We were asked by Priest Baragon to help you guys with some problems that apparently have been happening, and
You
we
didn't tell us you were racist.
I
What does that
know
mean?
Baragon
Or-
sent you.
yes. Priest of Tempest, back in Daggersford, bunch of weapons.
He sent you.
Yes.
He sent us.
Why would he do such a thing?
Because you guys needed weapons and we were willing to help.
Ah, are you in charge of this here expedition?
I don't know that we elected a leader exactly. I just happened to be in the front.
I've always been taught to lead from the front, however. Let's take a look at what you got. Show me what you got.
Is he asking to look at your tail?
It is a very fine tail.
I don't
Whip
care
it out.
about tails.
That's good. That's way better than most people in these podunk towns do. So over here we've got this chest, and
Don't push it.
Don't push the tail. What is with you people in tails?
Did he call us podunk? We have a very fine fighting ring, I want you to know. Jeez, podunk. What does he think?
so yeah, I take him over to the chest and open them up. Open it up.
All right.
Is there
It
a
appears you're being straight with us as far as weapons.
badger tail sticking out of Kismet's
Yeah,
bag?
don't touch the moving bag. I don't even know why I'm warning you because you're bad people.
I'd like to let eyeball this guy as he's looking at our wares, just so he knows I'm keeping an eye on him in his unfriendly way of approaching my new friend Arius here.
As he's walking back there, does any of us have this weird feeling about him?
I have a feeling
sexy
he's a
people.
racist, but aside from that, he could just be a butthole.
He's a tailless anus sucker.
He's an anusless, tailless sucker.
Huh?
I haven't slept.
An
gonna get
anus
worse.
tailless liquor.
All right, let's just get this. Let's just get this done with. Bring him in. Bring him into the armory. Drop him off. Be on your way.
You're
Where is
welcome.
the armory? Because we were curious about a former resident of your town that Baragon said you could give us some information about while we're on our way. I don't want to slow you down, but
Who are you looking for?
Your mom.
Wait, while you're doing that, the captain is leading you in. So he's leading you inside against the looks of the other guards that are a little horrified by it. He's leading you guys right inside.
there's definitely going to be a couple of tail swishes as I go past the car.
I'm not going to sleep for weeks.
The Dervil's son's name was Xanis. Was that
No,
it?
we're
Yeah,
curious
Xanic,
about.
Xanic.
Well, we need to know about Zanuck, but we also need to know about a William Waverly.
Oh, who was
yeah.
William Waverly? I'm a dummy. Who was that?
He's the medallion owner.
Yeah, he was the guy who was sent here on a mission. He was our breadcrumb.
Okay, breadcrumb. Gotcha.
All right, here we are. Armory. Go ahead and unload.
I'll go back there and lift
Yeah.
as much as I can.
Squire,
What? Yes, sir. Yes,
take
sir.
these weapons and store them.
Oh, I can't. I can't. I'll take care of it, sir. And the horse?
The horse has got to go back with us, I'm afraid.
We rented it.
Yeah. Mr. Iron Balls wouldn't like for us to keep that from him.
Out of
Okay.
curiosity, what do you need all these weapons for?
That is none of your business. Thank
heard-
you for your service.
I'm
Guys
sorry,
are
but we heard
literally the
tale
worst
of
people.
we heard tale of some lizard men that were terrorizing this town. Is there any truth to that rumor?
Terrorizing? No. The lizard men are entirely under control.
That's what I thought. Terrorizing. I've seen this before. This is no mystery to me. You need help. You're just keeping up a brave face. Don't be shy, soldier. You can tell me. I've been there. I've seen it.
And who are you wearing those colors?
I'm Winston Stonebrew of the city guard of Waterdeep. Retired.
I was about to ask, what are you doing down here
I'm
for Waterdeep?
doing the work I need to do to see that justice is done and make a little gold as I do it.
Very good. Well, keep these people of yours in line.
They keep themselves in line. I worry about
We
me,
won't
they
have
worry
any
about
problems.
them. Now you
Oh,
need
wow.
help, don't you?
I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Max. Can Max hear me? Is Max in range? Do I need to bend lower?
He can really. Well, need to assume because he's going to take out your knees.
It depends on where you think he hears from.
I just didn't know if I was like leaning, whispering into a horse anus at the point, or like...
No,
His eyes are up there.
Everybody should be off. We're gonna say yes. You can totally whisper in his ear, and the captain's busy with Winston right now.
Max,
Yes.
can we loot these people?
I'm more concerned with some of the conversation going on here.
Okay, but can you listen and loot? Can you take racist money?
Yes, we can take racist money.
Yay!
Would you like me
Wait.
to take racist money?
Is the money racist, or
It's been in a racist
is,
nutsack.
is this civil asset forfeiture? I mean, wait.
If you an a-hole, we take your money. So this whole town gonna be moneyless, or as much as little Shorty McMuffin can carry.
Says the ranger.
Look, we
think
all
that
know my
may-
looting abilities.
I've got bags
Not
and friends.
that I think Arius necessarily would have heard this, but do you think the town could continue to defend itself if you steal the captain of the guard's money?
Yeah. They said they were good. I mean, maybe the lizard people have a right to loot them.
I would like to take this opportunity. Like, we're in town, right? Like, we're looking around. Is there anything that I can see that would actually lead me? Like, obviously, I feel like he's lying because I was told that there was a problem, and these are uppity
Can we not
sorts.
roll for it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, if I could roll to see if there's any evidence of, like...
It's just a perception check, right?
This
That'd be
town-
a perception check.
Okay,
I'll tell you though, there's nothing to describe this. So as you walked in to the left of the gate, there is a barracks. It's very obviously a barracks. You've seen these before in your lifetime. All of you have. So these are barracks. This is where the guards live. You can tell there's other stuff there. That's where they sleep. That's where they eat. That is their quarters. Just past the barracks is where you are sitting in front of right now, and that's because that's where all the munitions are. So that's where all the swords. The page boy who came and got more people to get the stuff off the wagon, that's going over there. On the right-hand side of the gate is the stables. So the stables are in there. There's a few places for carts, but not too many. There are some horses in there. They're all average. They're not like these fine steeds. They're just horses that are more like more like your horse. So the Hoflinger. So they're more
Draft horses.
so that they can like get through the mud and stuff, right? So they're more, bigger hooves and lower to the ground kind of horses. And then the next right next to the stable is what's obviously an inn. There is a sign hanging from it, but it's been so weathered you can't really see what it says. There's just some painting. There's some paint peeling off of it. You can't tell, but it's, again, y'all are not new to this world. This is an inn. And it looks like you can smell the liquor from the outside. It's not nearly as clean as the stuff that you saw in Daggerford, but it's very obviously a tavern. And it is a 2-story, so likely there are rooms up there. So that's probably where people, when they stay the night. And then past the inn, you can see there's another gate. So that looks like it heads towards the swamp. And then on the other side, you can't quite tell what's going to have to go farther into the fort to actually see it. But you can see that the stakes that you saw, they actually go all the way around. You can even kind of see the peaks of them on the far end. But there's a really rowdy stuff going on over in the back left corner. And over on the right, it looks like there's some fancier houses, but you can't really tell what's going on over there. So that's what you see. You see no signs of lizardmen. You see some humans. You see some dwarves. You don't see any obvious elves, but otherwise you see a lot of humans. You see dwarves in this town.
Okay.
Where is the loot relative to our position?
What loot?
I just want to take the money off of A-hole 1 and his motley crew.
Oh, you just want to wait till they're asleep and then steal all of their cash?
Yeah, or set them on fire, whatever.
I'm down for that.
At this point, you should probably do that without me noticing.
Yeah,
That's why I whispered to Max. We
me
good.
as well.
He's probably not going to be on board, and neither is Aries. Okay,
Yeah.
so you see, the captain, you asked him. Now y'all mentioned a lot of names. Ask him about. Do you want to ask him about any of those names?
Yeah.
Definitely Mr. Waverly. I think Xanax is supposed to be at the fight club back in the back of town, but we don't really know anything about this Waverly bloke.
Waverly, eh? He was the last poor slob that was bringing weapons in from Daggerford.
Like we just did.
Have you?
What happened to those?
Like
weapons?
you just did. With less of a scene.
Oh my god, I need you to die. What happened to those weapons?
They were distributed to soldiers, and they have been put to good use. Do you require an example?
Let me ask you this: was Weatherly by any chance someone that was not either dwarven or human?
Well, I'm going to.
Waverly was just an ordinary guy, like any of the rest of us.
I see. I don't like this man.
I need my badgers to eat his face.
Winston no longer likes this man. Winston sees grave injustice in these people. And I'm going to be looking for some reason to make sure that they know I don't like them.
So have you seen Mr. Waverly recently? Did he deliver the weapons and leave? Did he stick around to help you guys out at all?
Made his delivery, headed back north.
All right, headed north. That's some info for us. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Would it be that anyone followed him back north when he left?
I don't exactly take to following and checking up on people as they come in and out of town.
Are you sure?
Only those I feel a need to follow.
Only those with tails?
Sure seems to be an indicator around here.
You got. Well, I mean, I guess if you're being attacked by lizard people.
Yeah, right. And I mean, if we're being honest, all of us know that Arius's people are generally not as nice as Arius is. So we should all know it's unfortunate, but it can't be a mystery either.
This has finally clicked to me. I finally understand. I can put all this to rest. Look, like bring the tail around and like actually grab it. Skin, not scales. Skin, no lizard.
Please rub it in his face. Just caress him gently with your tail.
That's not a good idea.
I'm a nice person.
Roll for stupidity. Go.
Can I?
I love how Kelly was like, "No, you don't."
Can I?
I am a good cleric of a good goddess. No.
Would it be okay if I rolled persuasion to see if I could at least give my friend Arius a pass with these dudes? Because we're obviously both guards. I have history as a guard. He's a guard now. Is it possible for me to persuade him enough that perhaps Arius is given a not a pass necessarily, but at least the ability to walk throughout town to some degree freely?
That's a great idea because he would like you automatically, especially because you were in the big city and he's captain, but he's big fish in small pond, right?
Yeah,
so
we got some commonality.
And Arius is trying to help. He's trying to convince him too, right? Again, like you said, it's not the first time. So maybe if Arius wants to assist you.
Yeah. Would you like to assist me in a persuasion check, Arius, against...
Real quickly.
Yeah.
Can I take a step back and kind of fade into the background a little bit and take a look at the room and see if there's anything in the room that catches my eye?
Well, you're not inside. You're still outside the barrack.
Oh, okay.
Yep, stand by on that. On the persuasion checks.
I got an 11 with the advantage. And I have a +5, so that was the poopiest roll on the planet.
It was all that Shanahan hands.
I mean, I feel like with his, that should have been fine.
I'm gonna say that the captain try to persuade him first. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll tell him. Now, you and I, we both know bad people. Would you agree to that?
Certainly.
All right, so we both know what bad people are like. I know for a fact that I've been and shed blood next to Arius against other bad people. Arius is good in my book, and if you will allow us to move about town freely, I would greatly appreciate it, one guard to another.
I'm going to do my
Are you-
best to look saintly and good with the holy symbol of Lyra clearly emblazoned
Tuck your tail.
on
real
chest and shield.
All right, Waterdeep. You gonna vouch for him?
I will.
Oh my
Any
God,
account that he does wrongly is on me. Whatever that means.
He's such a good racist. Like, I hate you so much. Oh my god. I keep having to remind myself that you're a wonderful woman.
Did you say get
They're
your best
characters.
tuck
These are
on?
characters. Kids.
I know, he's doing
Characters.
such a good job.
All right,
Gotta get your best tuck on.
I'll allow it, and I'll pass the word.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. Well, that's been
But you
handled,
only have
Arius.
2
You can
days.
go where you want to go.
2
Keep
days.
your tail tucked.
You got 2 days.
I will conclude our investigation by then. Hopefully deal with some any and all lizard folk that maybe, could be, possibly bothering your people.
That's a tall order.
I'm a tall man.
Well, I have things to attend to. Gentlemen, lady,
All right, problem solved. Step one,
I'm
accomplish
still set him on fire.
the mission. I'm ready to go find this Xanac now.
I'd like to pay attention to where he goes as he's walking.
Nice. There's more than one great detective in this team, it seems.
I have badgers. I'm good.
All right, I'm gonna say that the captain just goes back into the barracks for now. So,
How big are the barracks?
big enough to have maybe 36, so 3 dozen guards in there.
Okay.
along with some offices and just general.
Yeah, a couple offices. There could be something else in there. You never know. All right, what
They
else?
have a lizard man egg in there. That's the whole reason the lizard people are attacking.
One
One egg?
The raptors.
They're
Apparently,
torturing
they only have one Oeka for the entire civilization.
It's a egg of a new queen. Yes.
Now they're
All right, you're
xenomorphs
very
and
lucky
not
that was not my
lizards.
story. Anyways, so all right. So what do y'all want to do now?
So much.
We've still
Sounds like
got a
there's a
lot
fight
of
club.
time. Yeah, I'd like to go back there to where all that rabble rousing's happening, just kind of stroll through town a little bit.
Let's go see what tailed individual they're messing with back there.
All right. So as you stroll to the back, so it's kind of the back left side of town. Now I forgot which way is northeast to me. Well, as you enter, it's on the back. So as you're going back there, you can see that the ground is getting muddier. There aren't as many buildings. As you get closer,
No,
you
it's
just
still
see
grassy.
I'm sorry, not so.
Still grassy.
It's still grassy.
Yep, totally grassy. Because that was the only background I could find.
Yay! So as you get closer, you see that there's a whole. They're yelling and they're just cheering and they're having a great old time. And as you get closer, you can see that they're kind of in a circle, and they're all looking down, but you cannot see what they're looking at all.
Oh, I can fix that.
Okay, well, yeah, you probably can't even get too close. So what are y'all gonna do as you head towards?
I'm just gonna step up to the part of the crowd that's closest to us. And just
Around the circle? All right.
Yeah.
So, a couple of the men, they're all men, by the way, and there's a few women sprinkled, but they're yelling so loud you can't really tell. A couple of the men turn around and look, and they see you, and they and they go backwards. And suddenly you hear this splash on the inside, and then there's this whole ruckus from the other side. So it's just suddenly turning into chaos, and you don't know exactly what's going on.
It's
But it
Jello
clears
wrestling.
in front of you. So if you want to move forward, you can see forward.
I cleared us The goddess cleared us a path.
You do good work, Arius. I chuckled to myself because I know what just happened, and I'm so down with it.
All right, you hear a very definitely in charge female voice shout above the crowd. Hi, you lot! That's enough! Spacer, what's going on? Who's ruining my ring?
Please raise your hand. Just do it. Me.
What
Who's raising
you
their hand?
doing over there?
No, I just want to go. If there's a seat or a standing spot, I just want to go stand and cross my arms nonchalantly, like I didn't even know anything just happened.
Conveniently, that's very similar to my plan.
Good. Arius and I are gonna act like we don't even know what just happened.
All right, you hear the crowd starts to part again, and you start to notice that there's a big ring. Zepho, well, where's the ring? Fighting air. Oh, you mean it's called fighting arena? You're so clever. Okay.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
If you want to bring yours, let's say you're on what would be then, if this is the proper north side, on the west side. If you want to put your people around there,
Wait, which way is west?
it'll be the left side of the screen.
Aha.
Who's
Proper
taking
west,
bets?
not fake west.
Correct.
I don't know what that difference is.
Frank West?
I'm real tall.
Frank
Hey Max,
Zappa?
you wanna climb up on my shoulders so you can see?
I would love to. Who's taking bets?
Don't take my earrings.
Well, right now, no one's doing anything because they all look to the one with the big. Is that the one with the big cape over here, Zepho?
Do what? In the ring or out of the ring?
Out of the ring. Do you have a chick out of the ring?
There you go. How about the one in green? It's a
green.
guard type person, right?
Okay, that'll work.
Outside of the ring, right?
Yep.
Green cape.
Yep. All right. So do we have everyone? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing someone.
I'm there.
We're missing Max.
Max Derringer, missing in action.
I put a little pink dot on myself since I'm not really a human.
No, I'm on there.
Oh, because you look kind of like a little arrow thing. That's a
Well,
ranger.
it didn't copy correctly.
Uh,
I can't drag and drop them.
If you bring up your character sheet
There.
and then there you go.
there you go.
Ta-da! Okay.
You see, are you really on my shoulders?
He's really on your shoulders.
That's
Okay,
amazing.
y'all are really tall right there. All right.
I'm still
So-
looking for the person who's taking bets.
So the female on the other line, she's like, all right, all you lot, fights off. Come
Whoa.
back in 2 hours. And you hear the whole crowd, oh, and all the crowd is all angry. And they're all having a fit, but they don't fight. So obviously they're afraid of this woman. And they all back off. There are, as you're looking ahead, this ring here, it's actually about 2 feet in the ground. And around the outside, there is a railing, but it's not very stable. And right in front of you, where everyone ran away from Arius, it's broken. And there were 3 guys laying in the mud there, trying to stumble up and out of the way to get out of the ring.
That's awesome.
All right, and then the lady.
Hey, Winston, you should be down in there fighting.
I've done enough of that.
I can't move her. You see, one dwarf was in the ring and another human, and she sends them off. All right, you two, go get ready for the next battle. Go, go. And she comes over. She's standing in the thing 2 feet below, but she's almost as tall as Winston. She's so big. And so she stands there with her legs half crossed. She is completely unarmed, and she has her arms. She crosses her arms and her legs shoulder width apart. And though she is unarmed, she looks very confident that she can take care of herself.
I just nod and tip my non-existent hat and say, "My lady."
Milady, do I look like a lady to you?
Boobs.
Listen, chivalry's not dead.
Chivalry is dead in this ring. You, horn dude, are you causing trouble in my ring?
In
He's
your
not
ring?
even
No,
in.
I don't think so.
Just for the record, you just made me lose from the betting alone almost 15 gold.
You didn't collect the bets before the fight? That seemed.
I run a clean business here. Since the fight didn't end, they all get their money back.
Oh, that's a
Is her
shame.
bag of gold visible?
I'm sorry?
Is her bag of gold visible?
Her bag of gold, no.
Kelly, I think when
if
you
you
crossed
wanna-
your arms, you covered your mic. Just FYI, it was really muffled there for a minute.
Mine? Oh, I'm
There
sorry.
you go.
Oh, that's right. It's because it's on my thing. I forgot. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Hey, so this time I'm not blowing out the mic. This time I'm blending myself.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that's
today
totally
sounds
my
really good.
fault.
Yeah.
It's hard to be in character and talk on a mic.
This is crazy.
Max, do you want to roll perception? Because I know you want to know who was taking bets and where the money is.
Bam.
Max was a
16.
16.
Okay. You notice most everyone cleared out, but you see 3 men standing on the other side of the ring that all of them are standing exactly like she is. So you can't see anything that's going on, but they obviously are back up and they obviously are just as confident. So if you were going to put money down, those are the 3 you probably want to talk to.
So either that or they're the bodyguards, one or the other.
One way or the other, but whoever they are, those 3 are the better because they're getting arranged right now. All white capes, very brilliant. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so the white caped ones are the ones. All right.
Terribly sorry if you lost some money on the deal. I'm sure your patrons will be back for more betting later. We weren't trying to cause any trouble. We were just wondering what was going on. We just walked up here.
Well, the way I see it, you owe me 15 gold. And the other way I see it, how good are you at fighting?
I don't agree with you, and not very.
We have not had a tiefling fight around here in a long time. That would be a fight that would bring in the bets like mad.
He's a pacifist.
No. No.
He's a what?
Pacifist.
But he's a tiefling.
So's your mom.
If my mom was a pacifist, or if my mom was a tiefling,
Then you wouldn't be born.
sober. Maybe I should start drinking more. If my mother was a tiefling, I would have gorgeous horns to go along with the rest of me, and I don't, so she's not. Now,
Oh, wow. I
back to
like you
business.
better now.
Back to business, Mr.
I like
Tiefling.
elbow Max. She's not a racist.
Look, ma'am.
I whisper in Kisma's ear, we're going to steal all of her gold.
But she's not a racist.
That doesn't mean that we can't steal all of her gold.
Okay.
All right.
I don't
All right,
think I
wait.
put on the kind of entertainment that your people seem to be interested in here.
He will
No,
flash his tail for 20.
If you'd like a party or a festival or anything that Our Lady of Joy can do to help you out, I would be happy to help.
Look, you're like a party clown. Like, I bring joy to people.
What
If you make
exactly?
balloon animals, you're out. No. Okay. Question. First of all, you.
No, that's the tails
halfling.
shop.
First of all, you halfling. What are you doing on that human?
I make him taller.
Excuse me, are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you, and I will have you know. Exactly sure why you have to be on top of her shoulder.
Because I want to be.
I'm comfortable. Yo.
You know, we haven't had a halfling in this ring.
And you're not going to have one today.
Oh, all right. These guys have to go.
Wait a minute. I'm not going anywhere. I've got questions, and you looks like somebody who knows things.
Well, you come in here, you ruin my ring, you show me nothing but disrespect, even though I'm offering you very lucrative careers. No, that's enough. Y'all can all go.
I saw at least 3 people ruin your show by falling into your pit. I don't know that we did anything.
Those men have paid me lots of money. Do you see that beautiful house there? The 3-story house?
I do.
Has
That's
that house
mine.
ever
Paid
been
for
attacked
by
by
those men.
lizards?
You have done nothing for me.
Well, I've still got questions I need answered. So what am I going to have to do to find out about a few people I'm looking for?
Show me your worth in the ring.
I've done fighting. I've done plenty of fighting in my life. I'm out to avenge the downtrodden.
Yeah. Now this guy, you want to fight her?
Why don't we
Apparently,
put the
you're
warlock in the
fighters.
ring?
You can all go.
Wait. We have a warlock. He does magic tricks.
There's no magic in the ring. There's only 2 rules in the ring. No weapons beyond whatever it is your gods gave you, and no magic.
Well, hey,
The
Ionic,
weapon,
who
like-
do you worship?
What if my gods gave me the magic?
Yeah. Like
There we go.
No magic.
the weapon my goddess gave me was magic. That's how this works.
Well, you won't even fight, tieflings.
I mean, we could stage a fight between the warlock and the tiefling. Oh, yes!
Ah, I like the way you're talking. What's your name?
Kismet
Kismet. That is very
And-
clever.
Company.
Half of the stuff in this show. We shouldn't talk here. Would we like to head back to my place? I
Yes.
just had some fresh mangoes.
Whoa. We just
Yeah.
met. Hold up.
Do you have bugs? I have badgers.
Hey,
You
Hornwood.
have? Is
Let's
that
go.
some disease I should know about?
No, can I let them loose in your house?
Badgeritis.
But I'm very confused by what you're trying to tell me.
It's okay. Let's just go to your house. I'll eat mangoes. They'll eat.
I'm
Alright.
willing to go. This is fine.
This
Alright,
is
let's go.
exciting.
I jump down off her shoulders and start.
I like that we're now staging a WWE match. Like it- oh yeah!
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
Kismet versus Ionic. Let's go.
No, I don't got no magic.
All right,
I
there's
cast
no-
suplex.
Got him in a half Nelson. The DDT, the power driver. It's over, folks.
Oh my god, we should do
Well, suddenly
Ionic
you're the
and
ref
Harry.
now. All right.
Is-
All right.
Is this going to be like in 1996 when Undertaker threw Mankind off the ring at Hell in a Cell?
I don't know what that means.
All right.
Zafo
You.
does.
Tiefling, what is your name?
Harry ass.
Hairy ass.
I'm
Well, we're gonna have
Arius
to work
H.
on
Should. Nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you. My name, what is my name? My name is Delana.
Nice. She wasn't
Do
expecting
you have any
this story to
siblings?
go
I think
that
I've heard a
way.
name similar.
My name is Delana. And come here. She puts her arm around his shoulder. And she's like, all right, hairy ass, come here. Watch this. And we start to walk through town. And as we're walking up, we're still in the nicer part of town, right? So we're kind of walking along the wall, and everyone in front just scatters out of the way. They just like run. And she's like, do you see that?
Yeah, that's what people do wherever I go.
That's power. They do that wherever I go in this town too. Let's go.
She's a Dodge
And so-
King.
We head inside. The big 3-story building. It's the biggest building around. These buildings are a little nicer than you saw the barracks. They're cleaner. They seem to be pretty new. So they're obviously new built, where everything else looked like it had been here for quite a few years. And as you go into the 3-story, you go right in at the bottom, and there are servants scurrying around, and they all stop and turn and look at you guys coming in.
Hi. I'm just gonna let my badgers go, so ignore them.
When you said badgers, you meant actual badgers, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do not let them go in my house.
They
If
eat
you
your
go-
bugs.
I have no bugs in my house.
They'll find bugs.
Go, if all you have to do, if you go around out front, we've got an entire garden out there. They are more than willing to do any kind of scavenging that they want. I also heard badgers love rats. So if you want to go out there, if they keep going, there's some rats in the tavern. They can just have way of the town. Do not release them in my house, though.
Okay. That's fair enough.
All right. So we go inside. All the maids looking at you, and suddenly one of the head. You're gonna assume it's the head because she's the one that walks forward. She's like, "Oh, y'all have been on the road, haven't you?"
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of my
Please.
life has been spent on the road.
Please, if you would be so kind, we would gladly draw you all baths. If you will stay right here. And I'm like, these are And Delana just shoves her aside. They're fine. These are my new friends. Go aside. Just get us some food. We're gonna sit at the table over here. You can clean them later. What else do you have to do? Let's go. So she takes you around to this
So
huge,
that was the trap door, huh?
long table. And so at the huge, long table, where does everyone want to sit?
I'll plop down in the center. Like if there's a head on either head and a tail of this table, I'll sit on the middle seat.
Okay.
I'm guessing she
Everyone
still has an arm around me, so I don't have much choice for where to sit.
She sits at the head of the table and she puts you right to her.
If anything, Ari should be sitting at the tail of the table.
I was gonna make the same joke.
Lol.
Can
Well,
we
I
minus
feel like
charisma now?
Ionic needs
minus
to sit.
charisma for dad jokes. I think we need to minus.
Yeah. Next charisma check at a disadvantage.
What if we run across someone who likes dad jokes? They do exist, I promise.
I love a dad joke, but I'm a dad, so I don't count.
All right. So you come in. So where are you sitting, Ionic?
I will sit to the left of Winston.
Okay. And Max?
I'm going to sit next to. I want to sit next to Ionic because I want to try to convince him on how to throw this fight because he's the one I'm going to need to convince.
Okay, but be careful. She can hear everything at this table. It's not that big. All right, Kismet.
I guess I'm gonna sit. So I guess directly across from Winston and right beside Harry.
Okay. All right. So as y'all are getting your seats and choosing where to sit, and Delana is just jovially talking nonsense to all of you, and the servants are just coming in. They're dropping mangoes on the table. They're dropping fresh venison on the table. There is wine on the table. There is whiskey on the table. There is just one thing after another, like it's some kind of huge feast. And she's treating it like it's just every day. It's just totally normal.
I have
So
a
she
feeling.
picks up some mango, and Delana picks up some mango and eats it. It's so juicy. You've got to try this, Arias. All right.
You still have
What's
all of this after you've given to the town to help them for all that they've done for you. This is amazing.
Yeah. What they get is entertainment, and they're very grateful. Eat some mangoes.
No, the urshol oil. It's awful. Allergies. It's terrible. No.
You're allergic to mangoes?
Everyone's allergic to mangoes. It's the oil in the skins. You didn't know?
That's literally the saddest thing I've ever heard.
She's looking at you and still eating mango.
Can I bother the servants for maybe a glass of water instead of the wine?
You want what? You know we're in a swamp, right? I really would.
If it has to be this way, I'll drink.
Alrighty.
I pour myself a glass and I grab a turkey haunch.
Okay.
Will the badgers eat the mangoes?
The badgers are outside.
Oh, okay.
But yes, for the record, badgers are omnivores. They'll eat just about anything.
Okay, I shoved
I
some
looked it up
mangoes
before
in
we
the
started to
bag.
make sure. That's clever. Good job. All right. Anyone else going to do anything? Are we going to look around? Are we going?
I'd like to look around for some valuables and some information on her.
Okay.
Like, do we sense any like malice other than her like wants
Money
to
grubbing?
make more money? Yeah.
What is that? Sense motive?
Yeah, but it's not sense motive in 5e. It's what?
Insight.
Insight?
Okay.
Ba-dam. Ba-dam.
19.
Oh,
Great.
snap.
19.
I
19.
sense all the
Insight.
things.
So you sense there is something she's not telling you, but it doesn't seem. It seems like there's something she's not telling you, but it's not anything worse than you would expect from any kind of business woman. Does that make sense?
Corporation.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it has something to do with her business, but you don't feel like that y'all are in danger.
We're not eating babies.
You're not eating babies.
That's my trope, not Kelly's.
You are eating babies.
Somebody's
Baby
baby.
Baby mango trees.
Oh my god, that's like the third dad joke.
You get minus your charisma checks.
All right.
Oh.
Is there any kind of valuables in the area? see just laying around?
If you want to roll, you roll percent. Was that your perception for now? That was 17. Excellent. Okay, so you perceive behind you there's this huge cabinet, and it looks like there's some fine dishes in it. So odds are in the drawers underneath there very well could be fine silver, just because that's typical, but you can't tell for sure unless you can get in there. When you entered it to begin with, you did see some other some like very interesting art, and then on the right hand side before you got to the dining room, and then up the hallway you did pick out some very gorgeous green carvings that really look like jade to you, but you're gonna have to get a closer look to see if it's jade or not.
Do I see an office anywhere?
You do not see an office, not from where you are. But remember, it is 3 stories, so. Anyone else, anything?
I'm pretty
You good?
comfortable right now. I'm not
Okay.
too suspicious.
Yeah, I'm
at the
shoving
moment.
mangoes in my face and drinking wine.
I'm reluctantly, but happily drinking this wine that she's
And
given
also
me.
redousing my backpack with mango juice and wine.
Hoping the badgers come home. So Delaney's like, all right, look, here's the deal. I have an image in this town. These people are all loyal to me, so you are free to talk in here. We have this fighting thing going on. Most of it is entertainment. It's just entertainment. And if you would be willing to participate in, then we could always split the profit.
I mean, are you doing that to distract people from their low morale of attacked lizard people?
There have been quite a few lizard attacks lately, which has lowered my fighting rank desperately low. I had a lot more people, but I'm afraid the lizardmen have ended a few of them.
How big of a problem are the lizardmen?
They rarely are able to get inside the. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. But when they do, it's pretty devastating. Usually they get us as we're going in and out. As we're going in and out of the city, or in and out of Cromshold, that's usually when they attack. They're not very sophisticated. They can barely speak. I don't even know what's that language, Draconic or something. So whatever it is that they speak, it's not even like a real language. It's like grunts. Their weapons are primitive, but they're big, they're strong, and that tail, it's not as sexy as hairy asses here. That thing will take you down. And their cloaca, whoo-wee.
Yes, they do have cloacas.
I don't know. They're lizards, right? Isn't that what lizards have? I don't know.
I really like this chick.
But
Well, then maybe
they're
you should
a
fight for
nasty,
her.
nasty beast. Hence the wall. But without us, the lizards would just storm right through and just hit Daggerford. So we're at least keeping them out of Daggerford. But it's not. We are expecting more weapons. So hopefully we're going to get some more weapons so that we'll be able to hold it off longer. But I really need some fighters down here. So what do you say?
Sounds like you have some fighters. Like, don't you have this whole fighting ring?
And
I
also
do.
weapons.
I've got some pretty good ones, but sometimes we'd use the guards. But the guards, they're too busy fighting the lizardmen now.
What you're looking for is a crowd draw. Is that right?
That is
Like two magic
exactly what I'm
users.
looking
You're
for.
looking for maybe a person that's not like you and me, like a dwarf. You're looking for maybe a guy with horns, maybe a halfling. You're trying to make this into some kind of carnival show.
Well, the more fake blood, the more gold flows.
Are your fighters treated with fairly? Are they treated fairly and with dignity?
Depends on how well they perform.
I don't know that I like that answer. I take another big swig of wine. You notice that Winston's getting a little more free with the drink as he's gotten into it.
Hey, man holds his liquor. I can respect that. And she downs some.
You got a nicer bottle back there?
Of whiskey? Y'all haven't earned it yet, but I've got.
Fair enough.
All right. So, what do you say?
I'll only agree to this. Like I'm actually fighting. I'll only agree to this if I know that the people are not being cheated or swindled or led around and made to fight by some sort of crooked organization.
Oh, no. None of them have been cheated. Some of them have bet on the wrong end, too.
Winston,
none
that's
of them have been
exactly
cheating.
what we're talking about here is cheating people out of their money by staging the fight, right?
These people are paying for entertainment.
Oh,
Do they know that?
that's
what I was going to ask. Are they aware?
Sometimes.
I will only approve of this. My friends do what they will. If it's well known that this is a fight, but then they do know that betting on either side is moot. They might as well just go pay and watch some fun. I can deal with that.
Isn't betting on either side always? They have no idea which side's going to win. Ever.
If they choose to bet on their own, that's them. But I need you to not advertise this as if it were some sort of real contest.
But you're throwing the fights with the intent purpose of making money off of the people who are betting on it.
If she's making the money, yeah, that's wrong. I don't care if they bet with each other.
Hold on. We don't throw the fights.
If you're going to throw this fight, because you're going to orchestrate some sort of gymnastics competition with some light story and some points that make the crowd get crazy, because Murder in Arias has to fight half Nelson halfling over here.
No, I see we're confused. First of all, our best fighters, so the short joke. Second of all, the part that we do is the show part. Hold on, I'll show you. And Delana steps aside and she grabs one of those guys that was wearing the white cape and she brings him in. This is what I mean. If you punch him in the gut and she punches him and it looks like she's punching as hard as she can. And when he doubles over and hits his head on the chair and blood just splashes all over. And she asks him, all right, Jared, did that hurt? He's like, oh, yes, ma'am. Look, did you hear the sound of me hitting him? And you did, okay? It sounded very real to y'all. And the blood. What about the blood? He's like, oh, no. He's like, look, hit my head hurt like hell, but look, no blood. The blood is fake. We exaggerated. The fighting is real.
It is WWE.
It is. It's the ECW. There's blood. It's got to be hardcore. We're going for the hardcore belt.
You've just made Steven and Jacob real happy.
Me and Jacob are willing to get in the ring together. I'm going to vertical suplex that halfling to next Christmas.
I want to DDT you over there, Winston.
And for the record, with that fake blood all over the ground, the servants have gone absolutely crazy. And they're like rushing in there and trying to clean up all that mess. And so it's driving her crazy. She actually moved seats and now she's sitting over there close to Ianic on the other side. Really cleaning up.
I'm having some dramatic irony issues here because midstreams, I love this idea. This is beautiful and this is great. I don't know that Arias is going to go for this.
I can't abide it if it's cheating people out of their money on purpose.
It's joy, but it's fake.
Oh my god, it's going to be so much fun, you guys. She says as she shoves food into her mouth.
I like this girl. Maybe we need to put her in the ring. With the Badgers, that could actually be really fun. All right. So, it's not fake.
That would be real blood.
It's just exaggerated.
I'm less worried about the fighting itself or the faking of it. The gambling portion where you take a portion of these people's money when it seems to me that they're already struggling. And in my understanding, gambling preys on the weak. And I'm here to stop injustice, not be part of it.
It's giving them something to look forward to. And if you're so hard, donate your share to the town.
I like her even more. Nobody forces these people to make these bets. They choose. We don't go out and kidnap them and tie them to the thing and say you will. They choose.
That's after 11.
Nope. They are
Crumbs hold after dark.
This is free will. If they don't want to bet, they don't have. And by the way, they don't have to watch the show.
What say you, Arias?
It feels like preying on the weak. It's
No, it's gonna be beautiful. You get to do magic. You get to show people your lady luck powers.
you already clearly said no magic. That's neither here nor there.
I slam my hands down on the table and I say, "We go." And I get up and I start walking towards the front door.
But the mangoes.
Delana puts her feet up on the table. Is everyone leaving, or is just
No, I'm still eating.
I'm staying.
I think there's so much better you could be doing with this. You have a crowd, you have an audience, you could be making these people happy, but you're taking their money.
They
And
are
telling
being
them-
made happy. Have you not heard the 8,000 times she said entertainment?
That's not happiness, though.
Have you ever seen somebody get bludgeoned? That's entertaining.
I like this
I
one.
have this.
Del-
I have this
Delaney, your
face.
job's
I've
easy.
done the bludgeoning. They didn't look happy.
No one cares about the person being bludgeoned. We care about the people watching someone bludgeoned.
I don't think the balance is there. I don't think it's right. That would probably get up and follow Winston, assuming he's still wandering out.
I'm still walking out, but I'm taking my bottle with me.
Your bottle?
Now it is. It's really more he just got up with it and didn't put it, forgot to put
Did
it
he
back
realize
in.
he was holding it?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has no. Yeah, he's just so angry.
He's
He's
been hanging out with Max too long.
carrying the bottle with him.
All right, what about you, Max? What are you doing?
I'm gonna. I'm holding off and waiting on this whole scene to play out before I make a decision, because I still want some of this loot in here. And
Same, friend.
Excuse yourself to the bathroom and go poking around.
I don't
Oh,
have
boy.
cover because you guys left.
Yeah, way to screw it up, Winston. We were gonna rob her blind.
She's cheating people. I gotta stick this character. I ain't gonna
And
be
we're
part of this.
cheating the cheater.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't do that either. I'm straightforward, baby. I'm a paladin, you forget.
Lawful
I might be an
goods are the
avenging
worst
paladin, but I'm a freaking paladin. I got oaths and stuff.
Only
Yeah,
you're an
alcoholism
oathbreaker
and
paladin.
stuff.
My oath just happens to be justice.
All right.
And whatever has the highest alcohol content near you.
I'm trying to get better.
All right.
Try harder then.
Well, you three, you want a glass of the good stuff?
I would
quite
love a
fine
glass
without
of
it.
good stuff.
All right. Serena, come here. So she comes out and she just brings it. She knows what. And I pour her 4 glasses of it. Cheers. Let me drink it.
Salute.
All right. Tell you though, without the tiefling, I don't see what's the point. That tiefling would have made us some good money.
Here's an
They don't
idea
like
for
tieflings
you.
around this town. I don't think he understands who he's protecting. They could care less about.
You
I
may be
mean-
able to get the tiefling on board.
Do you
What
think if we helped out with the lizard problem, that it would build more hype for him, and then he could get in the ring?
Help with the lizard problem. The lizards have always been a problem, will always be. They're attacking more often now, but who knows? It might be some ceremony. I don't know. Like I said, I can't even talk to them. So
I feel like my leader left me with the thief and a warlock, and now we're very lost morally.
the 3 of them are like, "Where's the money?" And the 2 people are like, "No, it's gone now."
This feels wrong. I'm going.
We have
Where
principles.
did everyone
Here's an
else
idea
go?
for a
Oh
fight.
no, areas, we're not done yet.
Where did my moral compass go?
Halfling.
So I think we could potentially talk to Ares and Hairy Ass, sorry, and convince him that this may happen. However, before we do this, we need to make sure that we're going to be on the right side of this financially.
I'm telling you, if we can get him in here, the whole town is going to bet against him. If we can get him to win that fight without magic, 'cause he can't use magic,
Boo.
we'll be making some skin on this game.
Ianic, how likely are you to go down?
She said.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Sorry. Not my fault.
Not even a quarterstaff is allowed in the ring.
No weapons. It must be only your body. We used to fight naked. I might go back. Wouldn't mind seeing Harry ass naked.
Hello.
I'm not sure we can convince him to do that.
Not that kind of joy.
I was gonna ask.
Are you against all fun? Oh, sorry. But wait, Ianic, no falls. This does have to be real fighting, but it doesn't have to be Ianic. I have fighters that could use some putting down.
I'll gladly fight as long as the percentage is right.
No offense, but I'm not sure the half elf is going to do much better than the tiefling.
No, but against the tiefling.
Wait. What are you
So,
again, Ian?
I'm a half elf.
Oh, you're tiny.
Nope, they're
Well,
human
he's
sized.
skinny, but he's not short.
No, yeah, like you're anemic. As my dad likes to say.
So I
Look.
would represent the good people, and he would represent the evil.
I mean,
So
Wow,
much
that's
wrong with this.
so wrong, right?
Well, that's how the town will see it. However, you can't take a fall. I'm not kidding. That is the integrity. You can't take a fall. These are real fights.
That's fine.
I
As long as
just know
get
everyone's
paid.
ability, and I know I can pair someone that a tiefling can easily take down if he would be willing to fight.
I'll gladly fight myself, and it won't be a fall. Just make sure that I get money.
okay.
All right.
So I stand up and I look at her and I say, I think we may be able to make a deal. Let me see if I can't talk to Anne. Or
Deal.
half-ass.
I take the glass from your hand, put some more of the good stuff in it, and hand. Bring back the glass. All right. So he's leaving. Is anyone else leaving? Are y'all staying?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I guess I'd shove a couple more mangoes in my bag and shove a hunk of food in my mouth and
Take off.
I love this
Pick
visual.
up your badgers.
three the
All right.
yeah. Like we'll be in touch because we want to make this happen.
I will be here. I have a ring to repair. All right.
That was totally his fault. I would.
Out. All right. Winston and Arius, what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna put my arm around Arius and say, "You ever wrecked a fake wrestling match before?"
Wrecked it.
I think we need to
Wrecked
put a
it.
stop.
Damn
to
near. Anyway.
I feel like we need to put a stop to this. There's a grave
just-
injustice here, Arius, and you're the only one that seems to see it.
It
Oh my
feels so
God.
wrong.
That's because it is. Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
I think that's supposed to be my line.
Am I walking up to this conversation?
Yeah, are we
I think
overhearing this?
We probably had enough
You
time.
wouldn't have heard the very beginning of it, but
Yeah.
you can catch on at this point. So you would not have heard that. But it hasn't been that long since they left. So if you go and catch up with them, which shouldn't take that much, then you can hear the rest of their conversation from here.
Or are they stopped in front of the house waiting on us? Or
No, they
just
were
keep on
walking, but
carrying on?
Winston's had a few, so they weren't walking that quickly.
It's more stumbling than walking.
I've got my feet under me.
I was gonna say he can hold his liquor. He has other issues. All right, so he goes.
Yeah, Arius, we need to put a stop to whatever's going on in this town that's keeping them down. And this looks to me to be a thing that's keeping this town down, and I say we burn it.
The
No.
town?
No, not burn the town. I misspoke. We burned down, in metaphorically, this entire organization.
This
Can't we?
that's no better than what they're doing. They're trying to help, but so misguided. The gods put us here to help this town. We don't need to burn them down or stop their ring. We just need to show the town that there are better things. There's happier ways.
There's two solutions to any problem, Marius. You can talk to people, but when they won't listen, you gotta let them have a little bit of the
You
little
talk
bit
to
of
them
the
more.
what for. And we'll go. You know what?
Or-
I can handle this. If you won't help me, I can do it myself.
I walk up as he's saying that and say, guys, we have the opportunity to take down financially the entire ring.
From the
Why did you
inside.
walk out of that?
You ruined everything.
And I didn't think it through quite like that.
We don't have any right to take her money. We just need to show her the light.
We're not taking.
we
Listen,
could show her the light.
if we take that
Understand
money,
what's-
it goes back into the town.
The lighter purse is not what we mean.
Do you not see the big picture happening here? We just brought weapons to a town, not to defend itself against lizard people, but to fight each other in this town. This
Uh-huh.
ring is the moral corruption of this entire town. Winston, if that doesn't get your pants wet, I don't know what will.
You're right, Max. I didn't think of it that way, but I listen. Here's the thing: I will not have us taking money from anyone and not returning it to them at the close of this encounter.
Okay, we could totally do that.
We'll definitely do that, minus of course, our expenses that we're going to have
Max.
to cover.
I'll pay the expenses.
No.
The money goes back to them. But if
Yes,
it means we
the
stop
money.
the injustice happening in this town, I approve.
Do you guys not see the opportunity we've been afforded here?
Oh God, if it's more talking, I will punch you in your face.
We have a town under siege.
Under siege, the lizard people attack randomly. They're not under siege.
This
We
town
have a
eats
town
itself
under
from
attack then.
inside.
We have just delivered a cache of weapons. We can whip this town into shape, get these people to fight their way back, and free themselves from the tyranny they're under.
We can do that after we free them from tyranny.
That is the freeing from tyranny.
I free
The
them
other-
from tyranny. Then they use
How-
swords to
how
keep
many
themselves
wizard
free of the
people-
tyranny.
Okay, I have a settlement question. Did we encroach on the lizard people's territory?
Oh, jeez.
No, they
If
always
you-
encroach
if
on
you
us.
Did, it was centuries ago.
They're
But-
evil
yeah.
son of a guns.
I was gonna
Do
say, if you'd like to roll
Oh, yeah, you can do knowledge, right?
local knowledge,
Arcana
yeah.
or knowledge, not arcana, but
What is it?
I think it's just knowledge now, right?
there's
Probably history.
History, yeah.
history.
Hey, I majored in history.
I'm so
And it
sorry.
worked
Oh,
out.
wow.
19
I
in
did.
history. Jeez.
Hopefully that wasn't your average when you were
Yeah,
taking it.
Crum's
What?
hold
Wait,
has
what?
been here longer than Daggerford, so and it's different. Like it's been rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt, but if it was Lizardman land, it was so long ago that irrelevant at this point.
So, do we know why the lizard men are attacking?
Because they're evil. Always
Stuff
have
it
been, always will be.
Up your pants,
So-
Winston.
This whole thing, this whole ring, is bigger than I think we think it is, because it's being subsidized by the weapons people in Daggerford or
At the
what's-
temple.
At
So,
the temple.
No, never mind.
That's who's supplying all the cash and the weapons to this town, and most of those are being used in the ring as opposed to defending themselves against the lizards.
I like what you're thinking, Max. I like it a lot.
We've
but
got two people who are in charge here: the captain who's taking the weapons, and Delina who's in charge of the ring. If there is an absence, if we take these people down like you want to do, Winston, then that's going to leave a void in leadership. And we don't have anybody to replace them. So I'm not.
Captain
quite
Military
that's
is
the
far
right
off.
thing
I'll find one.
to do. All right. You find a leader.
I'll find one.
In the meantime, I say we take all of Delina's money.
And give it back,
And
right?
put
Max?
it back in the town.
Sure. Let's give it back.
Yes, we're giving the money back.
Okay.
The money will go to the people.
That's exactly what we're going to
The
do with
shiny shit we find will go to the
We
pockets.
stop the injustice.
Yes, down with injustice. Down with
All right.
capital
Matt-
gains.
While y'all
it.
are
And
talking,
Winston, you have to find us the right person to
I'll
lead.
find you a leader.
Okay.
I'll search as far as I need to find the right man for the job. Or woman. Or tiefling. Or dwarf. Or whatever. I'll find the right pair of shoes.
so as they're running, as y'all are, I'm assuming you're moving towards the tavern just because that's the only way to go.
Well,
Unless
there,
you're going back to the
that, and
library.
I've got a bottle of wine in my hand that needs refilled.
Well, this is the old world. Everywhere's like Vegas. You can just have it out all the time, right? So you're walking towards the tavern. As you're doing that, the badgers come running out from the gate where you came in. So they were far away from the house. They were like all the way over on the other side. You can't quite tell where they came from. And they run over and they come up and they kind of scurry, because remember, they're still little. They're not full-grown badgers yet.
Yeah.
And they kind of try to scurry up Kismet's legs to get into the bag. So they're having trouble getting into the bag. Kismet, can you roll perception?
Wouldn't I feel a badger climbing up my
You're
leg?
going to see the badgers, but I need to know.
Just roll perception.
Oh god.
This is for the 5 bandits behind them.
Yeah, I was like, what's after them? I
14.
perceive some.
14.
All right. So as they're climbing up, they're trying to get into the bag and they can't quite in. And when you go to lift up the bag, you notice one of them is carrying something that kind of looks like a scale, but it's way bigger than anything you've seen. And the other one is carrying a feather that looks like it has been used in jewelry of some sort. So, and they're trying to get those into the bag with.
Have
Feathers.
thieving badgers.
They're gonna get mango juice all over it. Can I? Okay, so I squish them on their adorable badger faces. And Max, have you ever seen? What is this? Does anybody know what this is? Scale. I'm looking at the scale. What's the scale? What
It
am I
looks like
looking
a
at?
lizard scale.
Thank you. That's so helpful.
You asked.
Zepho, what would they roll to see if they know anything more about?
I can roll investigation.
There's nature if it's a natural creature.
Nature, if it's a natural thing. Investigation would be like if you're searching for clues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with nature.
Okay. So can only 2 people roll, or can everyone roll?
It's 2 or 1 with
2 people.
advantage.
I'm not
one
rolling
with, or
that.
1 with advantage.
I rolled a 14 because I didn't know not to.
You could have
Well,
rolled
you
with
asked
advantage.
Max, so why don't we have Max roll it with advantage
Okay.
because you're helping him.
Roll perception or roll nature?
Nature.
Nature. I want more cheese.
But with advantage.
No.
A 2.
13.
Wow.
Well, the 13 was the advantage roll.
13. Yeah, 13's the advantage roll.
Yeah, it's still got
Yeah,
a
so
nat
you
1
can
though.
tell. Yeah, good thing you got advantage. That too. Kind of painful. You'd be like, it's hard. All right, so 13.
She said.
I knew it.
My non-advantage was better.
It's nowhere safe. Well, it should be, right? You're a ranger, so. But you asked Max specifically, so it made more sense to do it that way. But the
Yeah,
13
why is
what
the
he
ranger
sees-
asking the thief?
The ranger only has a
Because we're
plus
bonded
1 to
over-
nature
over
anyway.
Pretending not to steal money. That's why. So Max, you're like obvious. You're like, it looks like it's from some kind of huge reptile, but you also notice that on one of the edge, it's like still wet. Like it doesn't look like it's been sitting drying for 100 years, like it was left in the dirt. It looks fresh.
Guys,
There's a lizard back at her house.
either that or
No, remember they were coming from the front gate. Not
I thought the badgers were just outside of her house.
They were, but they took off. So when they were running towards you, you were going towards the tavern. They were running towards you from the front.
Okay.
So, you know, the badgers, they kind of did whatever the badgers did.
So they found a lizard and tried to eat him.
Probably.
That's my guess. But that's something we
Can I
might
look
have to
behind?
figure out next time because it's freaking late and we got to go to bed. Is that
Damn
okay?
it.
Is that
I wanna
actually a
know.
decent cliffhanger for everybody? Because we can keep going if you're really hung up on it. But I feel like it's that seems like
that is a
It's
good.
going
That's
to
a
take
real
you longer
good.
than 10 minutes to figure this out.
yeah,
so-
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's kill it. Unless Max, do you were in the middle when I jumped in with that, and I don't want to.
I
throw you
think
off.
that is perfectly fine. It is 11 o'clock. And
Yeah.
it's about that time. I've
All
got
right.
an early morning of CPR to learn tomorrow.
Oh, good,
Ooh.
good. We might need it where Chris and I are. But hey, thank you, Kelly, for doing the story. Thank you, Zafo, for being the rules master and playing the part of some of the male characters in this wonderful tale,
Racist.
which you played quite
It's a
well.
kid.
Flaming jerks.
You were so good at it. You were so good.
He just let the Texan out a little bit more than usual.
So this was super fun. Thank you, everybody. We will be back again soon with another Dungeons and Dorks.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun,
Or
dun,
will
dun.
we?
But next time on Dungeons and Dorks, ending stream. Bye, everybody.